Hey everybody, Silver Lion back with another video. Just want to say thank you for tuning in. We're going to be talking about how cryptocurrency can have an effect on our very near future and what you should be looking out for. So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency. I know it has nothing really to do with silver and gold, but I do think it is something to watch out for in our very near future. It can be affecting a lot of things coming up, and you never know what this world might turn into if all of our money turns into digital currency. More specifically, I wanted to talk about Bitcoin and the big moves that Bitcoin might be making. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people that are into Bitcoin. There are a lot of people that have money invested into Bitcoin, and it's a very big lump sum of money that people are investing into this thing. Not just Bitcoin itself, but other cryptocurrencies. We've seen a rise in cryptocurrency over the past couple of years now. Bitcoin is definitely the biggest and most predominant cryptocurrency that is out there right now. Ethereum, I would say, might be in second place to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is the most major one so far that we have. So I think that's what I'm going to be kind of focusing on today. And the thing is, a lot of big investors and a lot of big asset holders are now looking into cryptocurrency, more specifically into Bitcoin, as making it into something else. I don't know if you guys have heard of this Spot Bitcoin Trust ETF, but Bitcoin is trying to get into ETFs so it can broaden its horizon. But it's kind of just creating a derivative of a digital asset. You know, right now, there is only 21 million Bitcoin. I know that seems like a lot, but it really isn't to them. So they're trying to push into making it a bit smaller, but it also branches it out a lot more into the worldwide cryptocurrency basis. It'll be more accessible to other countries and other people. This is also why I think, and this is just pure speculation, this is purely my opinion, I think it has a lot to do with these CBDCs. I think they're going to start pushing this crypto stuff a lot more lately because they want complete control of our assets and our money. They want to know what we're doing with it, and I think they want to get rid of cash, American cash, completely. So we can't go spending our money on stuff without them knowing about it. You know, it's crazy to me how much control these guys want. And you see a lot of people say that Bitcoin is decentralized, and in a certain space it is, but at the same time, it's not, because the FBI tracks people's Bitcoin purchases. It's not just you can go and put your money into Bitcoin and nobody's watching. You know, if the FBI can track Bitcoin, they can take it away from you with one click of a button. But you can't take your gold and your silver. This is kind of where the video ties in with cryptocurrency and silver and gold, precious metals in general, I guess. You know, it's one of the biggest things with people who stack. You know, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. You know, you've got cryptocurrencies, which can be put on flash drives. They can be, you know, put on a computer screen and personalized a little bit. But the thing is anybody's computer can get hacked. Anybody's computer can get stolen, anybody's laptop, and all they need is your password. And sometimes passwords aren't that hard to get. You know, if people know your information, if people know stuff about you, they might just be able to guess what it is, especially if you use the same password for multiple different platforms. And for those of you that don't necessarily know what ETFs are, ETFs invest in a basket of securities, accesses the world's financial market. So essentially what that means is it's the world stock market. It's not just America's stock market, you know, it's not the Dow Jones, it's not, you know, that type of stuff. It's the world stock market, essentially. That's where I think putting a Bitcoin into ETFs is kind of dangerous, because now what they can turn this into is a world digital currency, which is exactly what a lot of us do not want to happen. If they have a world digital currency, it will be tracked and monitored everywhere across the world. And I don't like when people know what I'm doing with my money. Not that I do illegal things with my money, but I feel like that's my personal business. I feel like, as not only an American citizen, but a human being, that's just kind of not okay with me. I like to know that what I do, or some stuff that I do, is somewhat private. You know, it's not a part of a social credit score, which is what I think America is trying to push onto us. That's what China's been doing for the last couple of years. And I do believe, once again, my own personal opinion, that COVID really helped them push that social credit score and face tracking and all that other stuff that I feel like you guys should be kind of looking into. I don't want to get too far into that because I don't want something to happen to my channel. But I do recommend that you guys go out there and do some research on what's going on in China and what's going on around America, and kind of do your own side-by-side comparison. Another thing that kind of sticks out with me is that Larry Fink, the BlackRock CEO, and if you don't know what BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager company. I recommend you kind of go look into that company. Might be able to explain a little bit more. But the Larry Fink, the CEO, for years has been saying that he does not agree with what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies do. He thinks it's just another way to launder money, or this is what he used to say in the past. But now he wants it to expand. He wants this ETF to keep going. He wants that spot Bitcoin Trust ETF. The thing is Bitcoin has put in 576 ETF applications, and only one has been rejected. And now with Larry Fink saying tokenizing assets and securities, making investing more accessible, specifically Bitcoin and crypto with its ETF offerings. This is concerning to the point where they're making the digital currency very, very open to everybody around the world, and making it worldwide like this is the concerning part, because now you're kind of looking at a new world currency, more or less, and it really just depends on what everybody else kind of follows along with. It all depends on what's going on next month with the BRICS Summit. And if you haven't saw my other video on that, I recommend you go take a look at that. I'll put that in the links in the comment. But it's crazy just to listen to how much Fink's narrative has changed. It almost makes you think of, who is he appealing to right now? Who is kind of giving him this direction, and why is his mind changed so much on digital currency, such as Bitcoin, when he has talked down about it for so long? I mean, he used to think that it was a horrible thing, but now he really wants his investors to go along with it. I do think it's just something to kind of look at. It's crazy because BlackRock is they're forcing inclusive acts. This was 2017 comment from him. He just kind of seems like he's following just the world agenda or the American agenda, even though it's not very American, but saying it now, talking about the government at this point. But like I said, I won't get into that too much because you never know who's listening. Wink, wink. But it's definitely something to look into. It's something to keep an eye on. Like I said, go do your research. Look up this guy. Look up his company. Look what he said about other things, specifically in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin itself, because you never know where this world is going. And like I always say, and a lot of other people always say, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. That's why I don't necessarily believe in cryptocurrencies. I don't want to follow that, I feel like, in place agenda that is coming along, because you never know. It could turn into something else. It could be masked as one thing. You never know what they're pushing on us as American people, because you could be following right into their hands. So if you have any questions or concerns about this, please leave a comment in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit the share if you want also, so more people can learn more about this and understand what's going on out in the world, and maybe it'll open their eyes so they can hop on Google or wherever they feel like they need to find this information. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I post videos on this channel. I'm trying to find some more stuff maybe to talk about that is kind of closely related to, obviously, gold and silver. But I like keeping people informed of what I believe is going on in the world. You know, like a lot of this stuff, it is speculation. It's my opinion. But if you just do some research, look into some stuff, you don't even have to dig very deep for some of this stuff. I really haven't too much, but I do enough where I feel like maybe if I make a video, it'll kind of open up the comments and open up people's minds and a little bit better of an understanding on what might actually be happening out there. But again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching the video. I hope you guys have a safe night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.